Hello, Leos. How are you? So we have made it through October. Yay! Into November. The predictions for me will be about November to February are going to be pretty rough for humanity in general. So with the blessings of certain things coming through, with the pathways that I've predicted previously, I am seeing that there is going to be some type of change. So make sure that you are prepared at your home. If there was any requirement to be stuck in your home for periods of time, or things not being able to be delivered and things like that. So be prepared for that. Now we're going to look at November 2020 predictions for Leo. If you haven't ever been here before, welcome. If you would like a more in-depth, detailed reading, all of my information is down below. Also, I want to mention that I am doing some shuffling videos and some, of my face, because people have told me how soothing the shuffling is and my voice. So, with that being said, I think I said everything. Let's see what we have going on here. Getting kind of the same theme in the zodiac so far. I mean, yours still is a little bit different, but I feel like we're all kind of experiencing so much collectively that some of the predictions for this year have been, kind of similar. Our lives have really slowed down in some really strange, drastic ways. Okay, Leo. So I am seeing that there is work to be done, whether that is spiritual work, whether that is actual job work, everyday work, or it's work of the mind. It is just a place of mastering something, of finishing something and completing it to its whole. I am showing below that the master is here. So this is a very hermit reader. This is about, again, mastering something that you've been working at. Beside that, I am seeing a card about following your heart. So here was this one, and here is this one. So this card can be about an actual relationship, you know, someone courting someone. But quite honestly, I'm seeing it more as, you know, emotions following your heart, allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to listen to what it is that you want to do. You know, Lancelot goes after what he wants because his heart has pulled him that way, and he must follow his heart. We can't live without our heart. So this is speaking to that, courting yourself, treating yourself well. Below that, I am showing control, though. So maybe too much control is what's keeping you from your emotions, controlling everything, controlling your thoughts, trying to control everything around you when you feel vulnerable or out of control. I know a lot of people who feel unsafe or out of control, not all the time, but sometimes develop like an OCD type energy. So going back to the core of what made you feel unsafe, that, you know, keeps you from following your heart is going to be important. There is a little bit of a confusion here, though. I am seeing that this is a very, there's lots of options, but again, the fantasy, we don't want to live too much in the clouds. We want to be able to make a decision, a clear, concise decision. But again, it's beautiful to have options. But figuring out which one is leading you to your heart, that's leading you to your desires, is going to be important. You know, sometimes that means leaving old things behind, but that's okay, because then you'll have new things coming into your world. This can also be, I feel like there's something, this card might be connected to Uranus. You might check that out. You might check the planet out. I do believe that Uranus is going into another planet coming up soon, and it is going to be shaking things up. So this might have something to do with that. But the Fool is about starting from ground zero. So if you just learn to let go and stop being a control freak, everything is going to allow you to make an optimum leap. Once you make a decision, that's when you can leap, but you can't leap until you make a decision. The Six of Pentacles, I am showing that something is coming your way. It could be a gift. It could be balance. It, you know, just really just is about someone being given something and the other person not being given that. So it's your turn is what I'm hearing. This can be an energy of six are about creation. So being given something it's not just being given something that's going to be wasted. It's something that is going to help you further something else within your life. This can also be about give and take. Now I am seeing consciousness here. So there is some type, this could be a gift from your guides and your spirit guides. This could be from source itself, some type of gift that's being given to you, and they're waiting for you to make a decision. This can be a breakthrough too of consciousness. You know, consciousness and timelines and perspectives are the same thing. So when I tell you to manifest things, it has a lot to do with perspectives, our timelines, our parallel lives, our past lives. All of these things are kind of all the same thing, because we don't have a word to describe what's going on out in space and things like that. So it looks like there's some type of gift that's going to be given, maybe a leap, an upgrade in consciousness this month for you. But let go of control. Allow source to work within your life. Again, we have the Fool. Ground zero. Figure out what you want to do. Allow yourself to leap. Take the risk. Rose-colored glasses. Rose-colored glasses does not mean to stick your head in the sand. It does mean to look at things from not a woe is me, wah wah, victim type of mentality. It's a more of how can I make it happen? How can I? What do I want to do? What lights up my world? What interests me? It can be as simple as that. What do I like doing? What do I not like doing? But it's the beginning of something for you. And it is telling me that everything is going to happen the way that it needs to happen. This apple falls from the tree. I think it's an apple. Yeah, and this apple falls from the tree when it needs to, not when you force it to. And if you do force it, it won't be ripe. It won't be yummy. So this inner battle that you're having about the totality of issues here, I am seeing that this inner battle about everything working out the way that it needs to, being fearful about not being able to catch the other person, or just finishing something in a way that's going to lead you down the right path. Everything affects everything. So the inner battle about making the decision, it looks like it's all about letting go for you. Let's see what your guides' messages are. This is a beautiful card. Radical expansion. Pretty self-explanatory. When we expand, when we grow, when we learn things, the best teacher is experience, whether that's getting your heart broken, whether that's developing a relationship, a healthy relationship. This can also be about learning new trades and skills. Whatever it is, it's expanding on what you already are. And this is radical. This is a big one. This is such a pretty card. And again, it's all coming from this person's heart. Okay. If you were thinking about doing something this month, if you have something on your mind, if you have whatever it is saying no. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but they are telling me that you need to reconfigure your plan. Now, if you are thinking negatively, this inner battle, if you're trying to force things, if you are too scared to make the fall, if you're too confused, no, this isn't the way to do it. This is what I've learned. This is what I've learned. So there was a point in my life where I was very confused about how I was going to move forward. And as a psychic, you get to know the future of your life. And I'd had many readings that have prompted this certain future that I had that wasn't really panning out. I didn't understand how it was going to get there. I was scared because of this timeline that I had previously attached myself to, this life, this bandwidth of energy, this perspective. This was the way my life was supposed to be, and I was too scared to leave it behind. But I realized that this one, the one that I had in front of me, cannot blossom. It cannot be fruitful unless I take all the energy that I was putting in over here and put it here. I have to put my eggs in one basket. I can't live on two different timelines. It's just not going to work. And the only way I'm going to receive any sort of happiness and not feel separated and feel pain or misery in this idea of what my life should be like, this is where I can create the best, possible outcome for myself. So think outside the box, put all of your eggs in one basket, and everything that's meant to happen will happen regardless. It may not happen gracefully. It may not happen without pain. It may not happen without a little bit of turbulence, or it may happen without any of those things. But again, the only way to enjoy your life is to live in the now and to put all of your eggs into that person. That sounded bad. All of your energy into the life that you're living now, instead of what could have been, because ultimately source is going to lead us back to those people, those jobs. If we are meant to be a certain, career, it will all come back around. That's what I'm learning, is that everything in my life where I've started out at, where I was sure at one point that I knew what I was going to be doing and who I was going to be with, or whatever it might be, it has all come for full circle. All full circle. So I'm learning to let go of the idea that I'm actually losing anything at all, because I never really lost it. It's always been there, whether it's been in my heart, it just may have been put on the back burner. So I hope that you have a beautiful November. I hope that it's warm and loving, and I will see you soon.